Welcome to stockmarketfunding.com. What we're going to be showing is that there's an earnings season coming up on 7/21 on Netflix. And their earnings will probably be good. But here's the thing. The $100 put below the market, and they're expensive on the options, by the way. That's this instrument right here, $100 put. So, to manage my risk, I'm going to take advantage of buying these down here at 240 is the all-time low in the contract. That means, folks, that these are extremely deflated in price in this particular area. Up here, when Netflix was selling off back on 7/1, they were $8.80. That was on 7/1. When the stock was selling off, we made a good move off of that $3.50 over here, all the way up there. Now we're at much lower levels. These are not inflated. When I buy these to protect my long position, I'm being able to get well below the market here on a $100 put. That will give me that wholesale entry down here to protect my upside or my long position. So I'm going to be buying that one down there. That's deflated. Let's move on. Let's move on to a current 120 put, which is right here. It was up $1.27. These are nice. These were inflated here. And when they get inflated here at $8, they moved up here in the short term to 10. They were really inflated. When Netflix had that big sell-off, these went from $8 to $20. That was a great move, and they were inflated. Public buys them. They hold them. They came all the way down. Now, at the 120 put, we'll be looking at buying down in here at the deflated area. We will show you on the daily the 120 call chart right here. And the 120 call got extremely inflated up here. That was deflated, just like I'm showing you on the put. And now the call got all the way back up to $12. Bam. Because up in here, up in these areas here, you're inflated on the contract. So what if they report good earnings? This earnings cycle means that they're going to hit the trough in those earnings on the high side. Yes, I'm not saying that they haven't done well. They've done extremely well. That's not the point here. The point is here and now, and how this trade, the calls got deflated. This was when you wanted to be long, when the call was deflated. See, 120 call deflated. Well, let me show you the opposite again of the 120 put, and it's deflated like the call was. This was deflated over here in this area at one time. That's the put option. Here's the call option again. Let me show you. The call was deflated. You buy them. That's inflated. They're coming back down into the earnings. We'll find out. The 120 put, which we'll be doing as well, is not inflated, folks. It was inflated up here. It was inflated in these areas, but it's deflated down here. So we're going to be looking at that during the earnings season on how to trade the 120 call and the 120 put with the $100 put below the market. We're also going to be looking at the volatility hedge, is that this 140 call up and out of the money. Yeah, it was cheap over here at $1. Went from $1 to $3.50. Here, it's still relatively expensive because it would, if Netflix sold off, what we're going to look at doing is buying that call option. When it comes down here, we'll see how it trades between now and reporting session. That was retail. This is still a little bit too much retail for me. What we'd like to see is this come down to $1. That means that Netflix would have to sell off in the earnings, and we would buy that. We would already buy the put first thing right out on Monday, because if we're going to go, if the equity goes down into the earnings, that means that those current put prices go up in value. Why this is going to come down, and we would buy the 140 call to hedge the earnings up and out of the money. At down in here is where we want. This is the wholesale area, but it's a volatility against our short. And if we move in short Monday, we'll find out. Monday's not here. Other than we have the trade mechanisms, the pricing control and both calls and puts at strike prices. We're masters at this. We've been doing these options for 20 some years.